Hello to you, MEC. Thank you for taking time in speaking to us. It has been described as a second pandemic in the past. Some criticising that government acted very quickly with the COVID pandemic, but GBV doesn't quite get the same attention. What's your reaction to that comment?
Let me greet all the viewers at home. But I must say that with what has happened, honestly, it's bad for the country. But as the province and as government, we are doing everything in our power to make sure that we finish or we deal with this pandemic. We are going to fight this pandemic until we defeat it. So as government, it's not like we have reacted quickly with COVID-19 and we are leaving this one. You'd remember that the president has declared gender-based violence as a pandemic. So in our province, Northwest, social development has appointed the gender-based violence activists so that from time to time we are on the ground. They are able to get cases even before it happens. So as government, honestly, we are doing everything in our power to make sure that we defeat this monster.
Let's talk about those powers for a moment, MEC, if we could. Do you think the penalties for those found guilty of gender-based violence are severe enough? If you could change the laws to end gender-based violence in this country, what would you do? Is it strict enough? Is it severe enough, in your opinion?
It is severe enough. It is too much in actual fact, because what we have seen today is not only today. We have seen the other one. We have buried a young girl in Ramotshere Moiloa. You know that we have a district in our province. So we are saying justice must be done. In actual fact, we are going, as I leave this viewing now, I will be talking to the MEC of police to say that we must partner. We must make sure that the perpetrators like these ones do not get bail, because you find that in many times that perpetrators do get bail, they go again to the communities and commit the same crime. So I'm going to talk to the MEC Lehari, so that we see what we can do, and then we talk to Justice Department. I know for sure that the minister is really working hard with Justice Department to deal with these matters of our people being brutally killed, others being raped, and perpetrators go scot-free. So this is something that we can do. But also, we are going to make sure that we deal with these matters of changing the constitution. We want to amend the constitution, really, because many young girls are being killed, many women, many old women also, grandparents are being killed by these monsters that rapes them and kill them. And we have even kids that are 5 years old, 3 years old, 3 months old, that are also being raped and killed by these monsters. So we really are advocating that we should really change or amend the constitution so that they get harsher sentences. And we are applauding those ones that have been getting the harsher sentences. We are applauding the justice system that in some instances, there are those cases that as we leave the courts, we are satisfied to say at least justice has been served.
MEC, perhaps my last question to you on that. I'm sure many would support a call for the Constitution to be changed for more harsher sentences regarding GBV and those who perpetrate GBV. Last question to you is, when we talk about deterrence, yes, the laws are there to deter those who commit GBV, but what about the education of young men and men in general in this country? Do you think enough is being done to educate the young men in this country on how to treat women in our society?
You know, it's like you were with us at the funeral. What we have been saying to our communities is that we found out that some young girls or boys, when they see these things, they don't even report until it's late. some neighbors or other people who are staying in that nearby area, they don't report these cases. So we have pleaded with them to say, you know, as government, for as long as you don't report this thing, we'll never know what is happening behind closed doors. We'll never know what is happening in your community. Yes, there are people who are in those communities who are supposed to help us. And in terms of educating them, as social development, we have started in the road shows, working together with the communities, working together with the churches to make sure that we educate them. We're not only educating young girls, we're also educating these boys, because we don't want to neglect the boy child, because more often than not, we are concentrating on these girls and we're neglecting these boys. And at the end of the day, they become perpetrators. So as social development, we have started with that, and we have agreed with the pastors who were in this church that next week or the end of the month, we'll be having a seminar where we are making those road shows to be implemented, making sure that young women, young boys are also educated to make sure that we defeat this monster. So education, like you said, is a priority for us.
It absolutely should be. MEC, I thank you for your time in speaking to us today. MEC for Social Development in the Northwest, Boitumelo Moiloa, joining us off the sad news of another very young 25-year-old woman who has been killed as a result of GBV, allegedly by her boyfriend. Her funeral taking place today.